students, in previous lecture we have completed a chapter 2, and also in the last of the lecture we have started chapter 3, motion in a straight line. And in this chapter, first of all, you should know about the differentiation, one of the best and helpful mathematical tool used in physics. For this term differentiation, we have seen some rules, formulas. So I am reminding you here again. First rule was, when we differentiate a constant number, it will be 0. How we will read this? d dx of c, या directly कह दो differentiation of c with respect to x, differentiation of c with respect to x, या इसको ऐसे भी कह सकते हो derivative of c with respect to x, it is equals to 0. We have seen the example also for this rule. Second rule we have discussed d dx of a constant number with a function of x. This is a multiplication of constant with function of x. It is equals to c d dx of fx only. It means when we differentiate a product of constant with the function of x, the differentiation only will be applicable for it will apply on only the function of x, not on constant. Constant को multiplier की तरफ बाहर कर लेंगे. Third, also we have seen example for this type of rule yesterday in previous lecture. Now third is, we have seen the general rule, the very important and helpful rule, formula you can say, d dx of x to the power n, it is equals to n x to the power n minus 1. So these three formulas we have seen yesterday. Now see some more formulas, some more rules. Fourth, d dx of ux plus vx. See here. Now we have to differentiate the sum of two functions. Two functions ux and vy, ux and vx. These two are the functions. Also you can express this by this way: f1x plus f2x. See this now. There are two functions f1x and f2x. For example, f1x equals to any function of x, 2x cube, and f2x, second function of x, suppose x square plus 5x. So by this type of functions f1x and f2x, when we differentiate sum of these two, the differentiation will apply on both the functions separately. How? d by dx of f1x plus d by dx of f2x. See here. Sum of two functions were there. When we differentiate, means we have to find the derivative of sum of these two functions. क्या करना है? We have to apply the differentiation on both the functions separately, and then the sum of the derivatives of two functions. Fifth, when we differentiate the product of two functions, now see here, f1x into f2x. If there are two functions, f1x and f2x have the product of them, and then differentiation of this product is equal to f1x d by dx of f2x plus f2x d by dx of f1x. See here, very easy formula. Try to understand. The function of two functions were there, f1x and f2x, both are the function of x, and we have to find the differentiation of product of these two. So what is the method? See here, first function multiplied by differentiation of second function plus second function multiplied by differentiation of first function. I am repeating. Suppose, see the example here. See the example here. Suppose we have to differentiate the two functions x power, ऐसे कह दो, x square plus 2x multiplied by x cube plus 7x. These two are the functions x square plus 2x plus x cube plus 7x. These two are have product of them, and now we have to differentiate these two. कैसे करना है? करेंगे first function, suppose this is the first function, this is second function, तो x square plus 2x ये हो गया first function. क्या करना है? Differentiate कर देना है second function को, that is x cube plus 7x. And plus now second function multiplied by differentiation of यहाँ पे multiply ही है, multiplied by differentiation of first function, that is x square plus 2x. Try to understand. क्या किया? These two are the functions of x, and we have to find the differentiation of product of these two functions. क्या करना हुआ? First function multiplied by differentiation of second function plus second function multiplied by differentiation of first function. Now see, now try to get the solution of this example. X square plus 2x. And see here, now we have to differentiate this function, and in this function there are two terms, so differentiation will apply on these two separately. देखो कैसे? d by dx of x cube plus d by dx of 7x. See here, this was the first term out of the differentiation, and differentiation of second term, and second term में दो term थे, so differentiation will apply on these two separately. See here, d by dx of x cube plus d by dx of 7x plus ये तो हुआ is half of the part. Now let's see the next half part. Similarly x cube plus 7x multiplied by क्या है? Differentiation of these two. Again differentiation will apply on these two separately. So d by dx of x square plus d by dx of 2x. This is the step. Next step. देखो, कभी भी ऐसा नहीं लगना चाहिए, मैथ्स पढ़े हो आप 10th में, ऐसा नहीं लिखना चाहिए आपको, देख के लगना चाहिए कि ये this is x, it can cancel out this x cube by x square. ये x इस x cube को कभी भी cancel नहीं करेगा, because this is not the separate x, individual कोई x नहीं है, this is dx. कल मैंने बताया था differentiation का मतलब dx is the small change in x which is approaches to 0. So d and x का यहाँ कोई प्रोडक्ट नहीं है, this is dx, not d into x. This is very important. Now see the complete solution here. See x cube plus 2x square multiplied by, see here, d dx of x cube. So this is the question which is in form of general expression. जनरल फॉर्मूला जो बताया था d dx of x to the power n, तो यहाँ पे x है, n की जगह पर 3 है, so it is 3 into x to the power n minus 1. N is 3, so 3 minus 1. Yeah, directly we can write here 2. So see here, d dx of x cube क्या हो गया? 3x square. With the help of general formula, I'm again writing here the general formula. क्या यूज कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे आप? d dx of x to the power n equals to n x to the power n minus 1. I'm using this formula. So the d dx of x cube equals to 3x square plus d dx of 7x. Again see this 7 is the constant, means we have to differentiate the x only. We have to differentiate the x only with the multiplier of 7. So 7 मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया और हमें डिफरेंशिएट करना है सिर्फ x को, और x का मतलब हुआ x to the power 1. x का मतलब हुआ x to the power 1. So again we can apply this formula कि d dx of x to the power 1. So see here, if n equals to 1, so 1 minus 1 0, 1 minus 1 0, तो x to the power 0 हो गया, and x to the power 0 means only 1. ठीक है ना? The number which having the exponent 0, it is equals to always 1. So this is 1, and n, what is n here? 1. So 1 into 1 1. समझने की कोशिश करो. Into 1. d dx of 7x क्या हो गया? 7 into 1, that is 7 only. So direct you can write one more formula. d dx of x equals to 1. d dx of x equals to always 1, using this general expression, general formula. So now the next this was the first term. Now half of the differentiation part. Now plus, I am writing here plus, what about this term? First x cube plus 7x. This was the x square. यहाँ x square था. Now here x cube plus 7x multiplied by differentiation of x square. x square का differentiation करना है. Again using this general formula. इसका मतलब यहाँ पे n है formula में, that is here 2. So use this formula again. So 3 into, sorry, here na, yes, this is equals to 2 into x. 2, it is n, and x to the power 2 minus 1. बिल्कुल यही फॉर्मूला यूज हो रहा है, इसे समझने की कोशिश करो. d by dx of x square, it is equals to 2x with the help of general formula, plus again d dx of 2x, it is in the form of last expression we have solved, so it is equals to 2, because 2 is the constant, and differentiation of x with respect to x, it is equals to 1. So 2 into 1 equals to 2. So see here, this is the differentiation of the given question, given example we have discussed. So now we have one more formula here, very important, which will be applicable in your in this chapter. It will be applicable. That is called chain rule. Many formulas are there for differentiation, but जो भी use में आएगा उसको हम लोग discuss करते चलेंगे. So this chain rule we have to use here in this chapter. So let's see what is chain rule in differentiation. Suppose a function, suppose y is the function of x. Y is the function of x, and x is the function of t. See here, y is the function of x and x is the function of t. For example, y equals to 2x square plus 3x plus 5, and x equals to 5t. So x is the function of t and y is the function of x. So for this type of these two functions, suppose we have to find the differentiation of y with respect to t. See here, we have to find the differentiation of y with respect to t. So see here, y is not given in the function of t, so here the chain rule is applicable. How? Let's see. So dy dt या कह सकते हो d dt of y या differentiation of y with respect to t is equal to differentiation of y is possible only with respect to x because it is the function of x. So d dx of y multiplied by d dt of x. See here, this is the chain rule. Try to understand. dy by dt निकालनी है where y is the function of x and x is the function of t, then it is equals to dy by dx multiplied by dx upon dt. I am repeating again, this is not the ratio, but practice में हम generally पढ़ जाते हैं ऐसे कि dy by dx, but it's not dy by dx, it is correctly pronunciated by d dx of y या derivative of y with respect to x. ठीक है? So see here, dy by dx multiplied by dx upon dt, it is equals to differentiation of y with respect to t. So this is the chain rule. Also we will use this formula in this chapter. जहाँ यूज होगा, कैसे यूज करते हैं उसको वहाँ डिस्कस करते हैं, but you should note this chain rule also. So let's start about the topics means related to the motion in a straight line now. तो ये जो differentiation था, it is very important to discuss here because for the topics in this chapter we have to use differentiation and integration is also there. Later we will discuss integration. First let's start some theoretical portion of this chapter number 3, motion in a straight line. So again I am starting this motion in straight line कि when a body is moving in a straight path, on a straight path means for example the train is moving on the straight railway track, or any vehicle is moving on the straight path, straight line, then its motion is called motion in straight line. Also yesterday we have discussed, explained this motion in straight line by the help of coordinate system. कि suppose initially the position of the body is denoted by x, y, z. So this is the coordinate position of the object initially, and after some time it's one of the coordinate changes. Suppose one of these three coordinate change, then it should be in straight line motion. Means for example x1 yz या ऐसे बताया था x1 yz, or this is the new position of the body. Here this is initial and now I am writing the final position x y1z or x y z1. So see here, among these three, if one of the coordinate position of the body after some time t which have initial position at x, y, z, then the body is said to be in straight line motion या one dimensional motion you can say, है ना? So in this chapter we have to discuss the kinematics here. See the kinematics. What is kinematics? Kinematics is the branch of mechanics, and mechanics is the branch we have discussed in physics. So see here, the kinematics is the branch of mechanics in which we deal about the body which is in motion without describing the cause of motion here. Suppose when a body is moving when a body, I mean vehicle is moving on the road, then certainly there will be a force acting on the body which makes the body in motion. But लेकिन जब kinematics में we are discussing the motion of the body, then we will not consider the cause of the motion, means force को वहाँ पे consider नहीं करना है, वहाँ discuss नहीं करना है. Only we will discuss about the motion of the body without cause. Cause क्या था, किस reason से motion हो रहा है, we will not describe in this branch. Only we will discuss the motion of the body. So this is the kinematics. So in this kinematics, we have discussed the straight line motion only here. And in this straight line motion, we have discussed first the types of motion. When a body is moving in a straight line, but differently, means it can move by the different types of motion. Generally, we categorize the motion in two parts: uniform motion and non-uniform motion. All these we have discussed in class 9th. I am revising all these terms here. Motion divide किया first in uniform motion and non-uniform motion. Uniform motion means when the body is moving with constant speed or velocity, then body's motion is called uniform motion. Body's motion is called uniform motion, or its velocity or speed is called uniform speed or velocity. Also, uniform motion can be described by if the body covers equal distances in equal intervals of time throughout the motion, then the body is said to be in uniform motion. I am repeating again. If the body covers equal distances, equal displacements for the velocity term. So I am repeating, when the body covers equal distances in each equal intervals of time throughout the motion, then motion is called uniform motion. And non-uniform motion में क्या कहोगे? When the body covers unequal distances in equal intervals of time throughout the motion, then motion is called non-uniform motion. Also, we have to discuss here the speed and velocity, difference between speed and velocity. Before speed and velocity, first of all, distance and displacement. Distance and displacement. Let's differentiate these two. Distance means the total traveling path. The length of the total traveling path by the moving body is called distance traveled by the body. I am repeating again. Total traveling path. The length of the total traveling path of a body which is in motion is called its travel distance. Whatever be the path, zigzag path, straight path, circular path, whatever be the path of the body, but the total length of traveled path is called distance. It is a scalar quantity, SI unit meter. And displacement, what is displacement? Displacement is the distance, means of the straight distance, you can say the distance between initial to final position only. Again I am repeating, what is displacement? Displacement is the shortest distance between initial to final position of the body, and shortest distance means distance denoted by straight line. See here, this is initial position O, and body travels on this zigzag path and reach to the point F, that is final position. So distance means, suppose this is x1 distance, x2, x3, x4, x5, x6. So for calculating the distance, for determining the distance, we have to add x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 plus x5 plus x6. But for displacement, we have to measure this distance only, initial to final position separation. इनिशियल से फाइनल के बीच का सेपरेशन कितना है बाय द स्ट्रेट लाइन इज कॉल्ड डिस्प्लेसमेंट. And displacement is a vector quantity, also has its SI unit is meter only. Also we have discussed in class 9 कि distance may be 0 or positive, but displacement may be 0, positive and negative also. So this is about the distance and displacement. Now for speed and velocity. Speed means the rate of traveling distance is called speed of the body. The time rate, you can say, the time rate of traveling distance of the body is called speed of the body. It is also a scalar quantity and its SI unit is meter per second, and the speed can be expressed also in the form of ratio of distance to the time taken. Distance traveled by the body to the time taken to cover the distance of the body. So this is about the speed. Again, speed may be 0 or positive. It is a scalar quantity. And now what about velocity? So velocity is a vector quantity. It has also its SI unit is meter per second. And velocity, कैसे define करोगे velocity? You can say velocity is the time rate of covering distance. Time rate of covering distance in a particular direction is called velocity. I am repeating again. बस इस speed में एक direction अगर fix कर दो तो it becomes velocity. Repeating again, what is velocity? So velocity is the time rate of covering distance in a particular direction, एक fixed direction में. Or you can express this velocity, या you can define the velocity as the ratio of displacement upon time taken. This is about the velocity. अच्छा, velocity के बारे में डिस्कस किया है आपने, स्पीड के बारे में डिस्कस किया हुआ है क्लास 9 में, पहले भी यूज करते आए हो, आइडिया भी आपको है व्हाट इज अबाउट द स्पीड एंड वेलोसिटी. But you should know about the speed and difference between speed and instantaneous speed. You have seen the speedometer in your vehicle, motorcycle or car. That is a device called speedometer. It is used to denote. There is a very important question. कि speedometer installed in the vehicle is used for measuring what? Speed or instantaneous speed or average speed. Repeating, the speedometer installed in your vehicle is used for measuring the which of the term? There are 3 terms I am giving: the speed, the average speed, and third one is instantaneous speed. Generally लिखते हैं उसको instant speed. तो this is instant speed. Answer: instant speed. The speedometer gives you the instantaneous speed of the vehicle. So discuss यहाँ ये करना है कि what is instantaneous speed. Instantaneous speed है क्या? Let's see here. Instantaneous speed, very important term. Instantaneous speed, see here, instantaneous speed of a moving body is the speed of the body at an instant of time or at an instant of position. मतलब if a body is moving on its path, then what is the speed at an instant of time? Particular time पर उसकी speed क्या है, या particular position पे उसकी speed क्या है? That is the instantaneous speed. Instantaneous means जैसे सुना होगा, कहते हैं means कि ग्लूकोज पियो, ये आपको instant energy देगा. So instant means तुरंत देने वाला, means तुरंत जो effect करेगा, that is the instantaneous. So here instantaneous speed means speed of the body at an instant of time, that is instantaneous speed. Or one more definition for instantaneous speed which is very important here. You can define the instantaneous speed by limiting value of, listen carefully, the limiting value of average speed of the body. देखो क्या लिख रहा है, limiting delta, ऐसे करो, limit delta t tends to 0. Also we have discussed this limit yesterday. Limit delta t tends to 0, delta x upon delta t. This is called instantaneous speed. See here, delta x upon delta t is the average speed for the given time interval delta t. ध्यान सुनो, suppose 5th second and 8th second. Between 5th second and 8th second, the distance traveled is suppose delta x. This is displacement. I think this is not visible on board. Now it is clear. Suppose delta x is the distance covered by the body in this interval of time only. 5 to 8 second के बीच में distance चला है delta x, and delta t is now, what is delta t? Time interval, that is 8 minus 5, it is 3. So this is the average speed between this interval of time. I am repeating again, समझो बहुत important चीज है. Delta x upon delta t is the average speed of the body for this interval of time 5 to 8 second denoted by delta t here. And what is delta x? This distance. Now see, now we are taking delta t tends to 0 means it approaches to 0. अगर ये टाइम इंटरवल 5 to 8 के बीच का इंटरवल है 3 सेकेंड, if now this goes towards 0, this approaches 0, मतलब ये जो टाइम इंटरवल है वो कम होने लगे, means 3 डिफरेंस है, 2 सेकेंड 1 सेकेंड, है ना. So when we are taking this time interval towards 0, बहुत ही छोटा टाइम इंटरवल हो, so this क्या कहेंगे उसको, limiting value of average speed when time interval tends to 0 approaches. Sorry for the interruption. See here, now how to define the instantaneous speed? Limiting value of average speed when its time interval approaches to 0 is called instantaneous speed. ठीक है, and it is denoted by d by dt of x, या dx upon dt or v. See here, instantaneous speed v is equal to differentiation of distance with respect to time or limit delta t tends to 0 delta x upon delta t. कैसे इसको पढ़ना है? Instantaneous speed is defined as the limiting value of average speed of the body for the given time interval delta t which is approaches to 0, and this time interval is and the instant time, जिस instant time पे speed निकाल रहे हो वो instant time जो है delta t के बीच में आनी चाहिए. So see here, suppose we are going to find the instantaneous speed of the body at 6th second. देखो इधर, अगर हम लोग निकालना चाहते थे speed, instantaneous speed of the body at 6th second, so we have to consider the time interval such that it includes the instant time. मतलब 6 सेकेंड इसके बीच में ही कहीं आनी चाहिए. We have to take such type of interval, and when we reduce this interval towards the 0, it will be equals to instantaneous speed denoted by differentiation of distance with respect to टाइम। तो dx अपॉन dt को क्या कहेंगे आप लोग याद से? dx अपॉन dt इज इंस्टेंटेनियस स्पीड। ओके, see here one example. सपोज क्वेश्चन दिया हुआ है कि डिस्टेंस ऑफ द बॉडी इज एक्सप्रेस्ड एज 2t स्क्वायर प्लस 5t प्लस 6. द फंक्शन ऑफ डिस्टेंस इज एक्सप्रेस्ड बाय 2t स्क्वायर प्लस 5t प्लस 6 और पूछा है व्हाट इज द इंस्टेंटेनियस स्पीड ऑफ द body. So it is d dt of x, means we have to differentiate this function with respect to time t. So it is equals to d by dt of 2t square plus 5t plus 6 or d by dt of 2t square plus d by dt of 5t plus d by dt of 6. मतलब the differentiation applies these three terms separately और तीनों के जब differentiation आप calculate कर लोगे that will be the instantaneous speed. और जो भी आंसर आता है उसमें t की वैल्यू पर्टिकुलर रखने से उस टाइम की इंस्टेंटेनियस स्पीड यू कैन कैलकुलेट. रिपीटिंग अगेन, ये तो एक्सप्रेशन आया फॉर द इंस्टेंटेनियस स्पीड. अब पर्टिकुलर समझ लो दिया हुआ है कि व्हाट इज द इंस्टेंटेनियस स्पीड ऑफ द बॉडी एट nth सेकेंड. सो t की जो भी सॉल्व करके वैल्यू आएगी उस एक्सप्रेशन में t की वैल्यू n रख दो. दैट विल बी योर आंसर, इंस्टेंटेनियस स्पीड एट nth सेकेंड. So this is about the instantaneous speed. I think I hope कि समझ में आया होगा डिफरेंशिएशन मेथड. जितनी प्रैक्टिस करोगे उतनी आपको समझ में आएगी. तो ट्राई टू प्रैक्टिस फॉर द गिवन एक्सप्रेशंस वी हैव डिस्कस हियर एंड ट्राई टू लर्न द फॉर्मूलाज वी हैव डिस्कस हियर इन डिफरेंशिएशन. And I'm again repeating, you should revise all the topics, all the terms which we have discussed in the class 9th in chapter motion. That will be helpful for this chapter 3. So for today's lecture, thank you very much and God bless you. Thank you.